Hey there. I don't know if I'm going to stay on here. I'm having trouble with the internet. How are you? Happy Moxie Monday. Okay, so here's my point in what I wrote above this video. If you had to make $50,000 in the next 30 days, would you know what to do? You know that they say $50,000 is the actual, median income here in the United States. So the average household income, I think, is about $50,000. Here's the thing though. What if you had to make $50,000 in the next 30 days? Would you know what to do? Would you know what to sell? Do you have something to sell? Are you prepared? And I don't mean to ask or to get a loan or to borrow it from somebody. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, do you actually know how to create $50,000 in 30 days? So that's what changed my life. So if you look at the average income of being $50,000 for an annual income, they also have done studies and they say that $50,000 happens to be about what it takes to live kind of like an average middle class, for lack of better terms, mediocre life. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you like what you do for a living, but it just simply means that you're getting by. Now, when you really think about it, though, I think there are many that would disagree with that because we all want different things. We all have different desires, right? So I have a little bit of a challenge for you. So I want you to really think about what you would do if you had to make $50,000, and I do not mean cash in any stocks or sell real estate, possibly that you already have. I'm talking about, like, create the money, okay? Just create it, like sell something. And I'm also talking about not just revenue, but actual profit. Would you know how to do that? So here's the thing. I wrote this book a couple years ago, and I'm about to come out with another one, but this book, I have a lot of them here. I ordered 150 of them. Yes, well, yeah, and in 30 days, Chuck. So not just, yes, an extra $50,000 on top of what you're already doing. But you know what, Chuck? Some people don't know how to make they don't know what they would do to make an extra or even $50,000 in 30 days. And I just actually said profit. So you must have just jumped on here and not heard me. Yeah, I actually meant profit. And so that is something that I wanted to talk about. So I ordered some of these books, and I'm going to be giving them away. So for those that have already ordered one that went to freemoxiebook.com, I just asked that they pay shipping, and I'm about to sign them and put something in it. So when they open it, I'm going to have a free gift in there. And I give free information about exactly what needs to be done for people to start making $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 a month. And I'm not just talking about getting a job, right, and tweaking your resume. I'm actually talking about creating an empire for yourself. And it's not just about studying stocks or studying real estate, even though those are ways to do it, right? I'm talking about creating an empire for yourself and selling your expertise. So High Ticket Mastery is a program I started, and I've been creating programs online for the last 8 years. And before I did that, I worked for corporate in advertising, publishing, sales, and it was always such a struggle to break past the glass ceiling that they would set for me, because they would almost always restructure my commissions, my sales commissions. And it's one thing that I would always struggle with, as well as Mondays being the day that I absolutely dreaded. And why would I dread it? Like most people, most people typically aren't doing what they love, right? Well, that all changed when I started working from home for myself and list building, creating opt-in pages for people, and selling my own programs and teaching it. So in High Ticket Mastery, we meet every morning at 9 a.m. and I teach them some of these simple strategies. And the thing is that once you know what to do, once you have the resources and the tools, and you understand how to create your own program, okay, and how to leverage that, you will always know how to do that moving forward, right? There might be new tools. You might need to create more income, you might need to create more products. You might need to tweak it and leverage it, but you will essentially always know what to do. And so when I started teaching women and men online how to create income for themselves, it didn't just change my life, but it changed other people's lives. And I'm not just saying that, it really has, because anytime I need a cash infusion, I know what to do. So when I started Rapid Cash Infusion, which was a program I came out with a few years ago, and every quarter I take 90% off, and it's an online program that they take. It introduces them to some of the concepts that I teach in High Ticket Mastery. And in High Ticket Mastery, some of the concepts some of these gals are brand new, and they're learning the foundation, but they're also doing things that they've never done before. And I'm here to tell you, here's what I think. I think that most people, if when given the right information, I still don't think half of the people or more would actually implement. I've seen it, I have colleagues that have seen it. So here's the thing. I know that the gals, my High Ticket Mastery program is about a year long. I know that the gals will probably get there to their goal and be able to create the programs and know exactly what to do and create the list of warm leads and know exactly how many emails to send out and know exactly what they need to do in their marketing and know exactly how to present themselves and brand themselves, because they won't give up. Because when you are supported in what I would call a sisterhood, or when you are supported by the right mindset, something happens that cannot happen when you're trying to do it alone. Okay, so I'm here to tell you that you can know what to do to make $50,000 a month, but most people won't do it because of all the many different pieces that go along with that, little obstacles that you have to overcome to get to your goal. Some of it is overcoming fears, some of it is technical, a lot of it is resources. And then, of course, skilling up in certain areas of marketing, right? And you know what? Here's a really big one, too. One of the biggest, I would say, reasons most people won't get to a certain level without the support is because they don't really know why they sabotage themselves. They don't really know what's stopping them, right? Because a lot of times right before, I call it the ring of fire, right before we're to step out and market ourselves, right before we're to step on stage and speak in front of a large group, right before we get what we want, many of us will pull back. We have all of these defense mechanisms. We have ways to kind of hide ourselves because it's like sheer terror sometimes is what it feels like. And so how to overcome that is what we go over in High Ticket Mastery. The one thing, though, that is not talked about enough is how exactly our childhood beliefs, because it's all beliefs that either stop us or push us forward, or it's all our beliefs. So if we can tweak our beliefs and change our beliefs, and we're given the proper information, like I share in my book, okay, Unleash Your Moxie, because half of it is mindset and half of it is technical, okay? But if we can change our beliefs and we can kind of tap into what is holding us back, we would all know how to create $50,000, even $100,000 months, because we would just implement, right? And a lot of what I teach, some find it frustrating, others find it completely easy and natural. And I'm here to tell you, we all have different skill sets, but we all have different beliefs. And that's essentially what holds us back. And so my question again is, if you had to make $50,000 in the next 30 days, would you know how to do that? Okay, if you wanted to go to my freemoxiebook.com, I'll mail you this, just pay the shipping and handling, and I'll mail you this, and here's what I'm gonna do. So inside the book, I'm gonna actually put, I'm not gonna call it a coupon because I hate that word, but I'm gonna put a little gift inside with instructions on how to take what I just told you further. So I'm going to go kind of deep with it. I'm going to give it to you for free, and then it's up to you with what you want to do with it. If you want to get in touch with me and start High Ticket Mastery, you can. All the information will be in there. But basically, what I'm giving in this book and then the little gifts inside are going to be enough information for you to create $50,000 months. Okay, so it'll be up to you to make that happen. And if you feel like that you need help with what's holding you back, or technical or resources, then get in touch with me, okay? Because if I don't have the right program, somebody else does for you. I'm telling you that we are holding ourselves back. It's pretty much that simple. We all do it. It's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But you've got to ask for help, because once you have the main skills, once you overcome your fears, once you realize that it's all been right in front of you the whole time, you'll actually you'll blossom in a lot of areas of your life. But you'll also feel a little bit silly, but you'll also most likely do what I do, and that is realize you'll lose your scarcity mindset, and you'll realize that you actually enjoy teaching others to do the same. Okay, so whether you have an expertise in training dogs, I was just talking to someone the other day that knew how to train dogs really well, and the pet industry is a billion dollar industry. Whether your expertise is that or decorating cakes, I'm here to tell you, you have an expertise that people will pay for. You just need to know marketing, you need to know list building, you need to know exactly how to make an offer irresistible. There are so many things that you need to know, but essentially, they're all that my kids could even do it. They just would have to want to do it, right? So I'm here to tell you it can be done. I can't wait for you to get my book in the mail. If you want to go to freemoxiebook.com, do that. And like I said, I have some gifts in there for you because I want you to have the information. And then here's the thing. About 7 years ago, when I started my first program, so my first program was the Moxie Money Making Blueprint. And I was telling the gals in my program right now that, some of them have never had a program before, and they're breaking down the steps. So this was one of my first programs, okay? And so this was kind of like a map of where I would start and where I was taking them, okay? So the gals are working on their map, where their client is now and where they're taking them, okay? So they're learning about messaging and branding, but they're learning about the steps, okay? The thing about being an expert in something or having an expertise is many times when people have accomplished some kind of success, they're not even really sure exactly how they, the steps that they took. That's where breaking it down and then being able to deliver that in a way that teaches others becomes super irresistible and super high value, okay? So we're learning value loads. We're learning how to create offers. We're learning about how to do that in an email marketing. We're learning how to do that in video. And once they learn and start to implement and create a habit of doing that, overcome their fears, change their belief system, because what happens when you start hitting those numbers and you start doing that with low overhead at home, okay, from your laptop or from your, like I'm using my iPhone right now, when you start doing that, your belief system changes. So basically, you overcome limiting beliefs that were holding you back for years, okay? So it can be life-changing. So go to freemoxiebook.com if you want my book, because there are some, like I said, there are some free gifts in there for you. And or you can message me. You can go to coachmecrystal.com if you already have my book. You can go to coachmecrystal.com, get on my calendar, and talk to myself or one of my consultants, and we can talk about whether High Ticket Mastery is for you. Okay, right now, like I said, it's a year long, so you would actually start immediately. You could start immediately. There's a Facebook group as well as an online program where you would have a password, you'd get in, and you'd start skilling up in all these areas and that I've gone over in marketing, email marketing, creating your offer. But and then of course the support, which is really important. And over the years, I've come to know that one of the most important things that people need to create $50,000 months is that support. There's just something about being supported by people that are doing the same thing, the same scary things, okay, makes it a lot less scary. And it makes it seem much more doable, and it really causes you to take actions that you wouldn't have taken before. Okay, so think about messaging me. Go to Coach Me Crystal, get on my calendar. We set aside 20 minutes per person to go over or to answer your questions and to really talk about where you are now, where you would like to be, and whether or not we can help you. Okay, thank you for joining me today. And if you're interested in the book, it's freemoxiebook.com, and you'll get some freebies. I've got 150 books that I'm signing and I'm sending out, and then I'm going to stop because my next book is coming out. I'm going to be focusing on that. And High Ticket Mastery is about high-end selling, and this book is it introduces a little bit of that, but for the most part, it talks about leveraging. It talks about it teaches leveraging, and it teaches kind of the concepts of what it would take to get your sales numbers up, and how to scale. That's one of the most important things that I like to talk about, is how to scale it so that you do hit the numbers and you create more time for yourself, more time freedom. And by the way, time freedom is not pie in the sky. Somebody said that to me one day. It's like, no, it's not. You've just never experienced it. Okay. Hi, Kim. Hi, Daniel. Bye. Have a great day, everybody.